You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying.
Yo, 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 yo. What it do, what it do, what it do. Bright early in the morning while you're yawning, we getting it in. Yes, sir, man. To watch Eduardo Nunez versus MASONORI Rikiishi. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Brethren and sistren, kings and queens, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, ladies and lads, hermanos, mi hermanas, kings and queens and everything in between, man. Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. Let's get it, man. We pull up this fight. Holla at the zone real quick for the one time. Let's holla at the zone real quick for the one time. See if we get this gosh dang fight popping. Don't forget to smack that like button. You know what I'm talking about? That should be the first thing you do when you pop up, man. Smack the like button. Keep us going and growing. You feel me? It has started. I think it started a little late, man, because I was up at 5 and I was looking for the fight. It said actually because it was confusing, man. It said it started at 4:15. I saw 4 o'clock. I even saw 3 o'clock. And most of the things I saw was 5:15. So I'm glad that we were right. Every went to the DAZN thing. It was a DAZN website. It said 4, and then I saw another one that said 5. So I went and looked at the schedule, and it said 5:15. So that's good, man. Before we get started, let's go ahead and say our prayers, man, like we usually do. Get it popping. So oh shoot. All right, join me and bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for your blessings. Thank you for waking us up to see this wonderful Wednesday morning. Whew. Lord, continue to keep us safe and keep us blessed, Lord. Keep us calm, cool, and collected in any situation, you know, no matter how stressful the situation, no matter how contentious the situation. Please give us a clear, calm head and let us move forward with thought as opposed to just impulse when necessary, Lord. And we also want to send prayers up for those that are victims of our entertainment, like Genjiro Shigioka and all the other fighters that sustain injuries, and people that sustain injuries. Rest in peace to those that we lost. Our sincerest condolences to those that are left behind, and please let's move forward with grace and find solace that those that are lost are in a much better place, and we will rendezvous in a better place ourselves one day. Through Jesus' name, amen. My guy, we got Oscar in the building. What's good, Oscar? He said the two guys scrapping this last round. Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been watching on this DAZN broadcast. I actually like this, man. I prefer it to be at like 5 instead of it's usually at what, like 4? So I prefer it to be at 5 actually. But this one's at 5, I'm assuming, because it does that. There's not too many. There's only 4 fights on this card, so it's not that many. But yeah, I prefer it at 5, man, because this is around the time I usually get up anyway. I usually get up around 6. So this is closer. So it's not gonna knock my day too much. You feel me? What is this? What is this? Body shot, son. Another one. Ooh, that was a big left hook. Doubled up on the left hook. Speaking of left hooks. You heard about Ryan Garcia, man. Apparently Ryan Garcia injured his right hand. It was his left hook that was devastating. It's crazy. Now he injured his right hand, and that's the reason why he lost. It's crazy. People who make excuses, man, they always have an excuse, man. And I'm not even really saying that came from Ryan's team. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it came from Ryan himself or Ryan's team or whatever. Of course, we're going to treat them as one. But, man, I'm not trying to hear this. They should have kept this one to themselves. And people are gonna act like it's legitimate too. It's crazy, because if he would have just lost and never said anything, and people wouldn't have said, "Oh, it's a crowd," or he wouldn't have said it's a crowd, or it's an audience, or it's a layoff, or it's this, then I would have been like, okay, bet, he hurt his hand. This might legitimately be a reason, because it is. You're a pugilist. You need both your hands, of course. But it's just adding to the plethora of excuses that he already has and already used. I'm not trying to hear it, bro. I don't care if your legs is broke, your arms is broke, your ribs is broke, you was weight drained. You know what I'm saying? You lost your stash of PEDs. I don't care. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going, bro. I'm not hearing no excuses, bro. You got clapped up, wrapped up, and packed up by Rolly Romero. It is what it is. Shut your bitch ass up and take your L, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything, even your PED usage, you had an excuse. Oh, they set me up. Oh, it was an ashwagandha. Oh, Devin Haney, brother, did something to my stuff. It was a NutriBio. Always an excuse, bro. You lose to Tank. Oh, it's because I was weight drained. It's always an excuse. I'm not trying to hear that. Puro in the building. What's good, brethren? Yes, sir. Big member in the building. Oscar Perez. My bad if I did not announce you, Oscar. That's my boy, my brother, my partner, mi hermano carnal, Oscar Perez in the building. But yeah, it's just interesting, man. We're not going for no excuses, man. Rolly Romero packed him up. He said, yeah, sadly, some channels that are friends with him are saying he didn't look the same. That could be the reason why, but I thought great fighters perform on the spot. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Shakur Stevenson, we just talk trash about him for having messed up hands. We don't say, oh, it's because his hands are hurting or because he had hand surgery. And you know what's crazy about Shakur, right? They call him brittle hands. So are we going to call Ryan Garcia brittle hands? Because if I'm not mistaken, this is his second time he had hand problems, right? He had hand injury, was it back in 2021 or something like that? Or something like that. It was a while ago. He had hand surgery, remember? I can't remember what fight it was after or leading up to. I don't remember. But like I said, you're a pugilist, you need your hands. But don't be selective with your with who you give an excuse to, you know what I'm saying? Gervonta Tank Davis hurt his hand against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And I still thought it was a great fight, you know, but no one babied Gervonta. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, he going off right now, man. He throwing nothing but hooks. You look, it's a hook. But the guy who get hit, he ain't getting shook. I'll tell you that. Doc, you think that the winner faces Navarrete, or do you have another fight in mind? What's up, DN7? That's a good question, man. So ideally, yeah, I would want them to face each other, right? I mean, it doesn't even have to be Navarrete for me, right? Navarrete is a WBO champion, right? Yeah, the WBO champion at 130. It could be Oshiki Foster, who is the WBA champion. No. Sorry, WBC champion, or Lamont Roach, who's a WBA champion. Well, obviously it won't be Lamont Roach because Lamont Roach is tied up with Gervonta Tank Davis as the WBA champion. But yeah, the winner of this one is the IBF champion. So I would love a unification. You know I love unifications. The winner of this, no disrespect to Rikishi, I don't think he beats Navarrete, but Nunez and Navarrete, that's a good fight. I think stylistically, that's a good fight. I think, and I'll be honest too, I haven't seen that much of MASONORI Rikiishi. I think I've seen like 1 or 2 of his fights. I think 1. So I don't know too much, but what I've seen of him, I don't think he beats Navarrete. But Sugar Nunez and Navarrete, that's a good fight. I would lean toward. It's kind of unfair to say I lean towards Nunez because the caliber of opposition is not up to par to Navarrete, in my personal opinion. But I think that Nunez has a style and the body type to beat Navarrete. But yeah, I would love that, man. I would love Navarrete versus Oshiki Foster. I would love Oshiki Foster versus Lamont Roach. I would love Lamont Roach versus the winner of this fight, or any combination of the champions. So, do I think it happens? To answer your question, no, I don't think the winner. I don't think unification happens immediately. Ooh, big right hand, 1-2 from blonde hair. That was a nice 1-2 to end the round. But I think the brunette haired guy won that round. Yeah, I like all those fights. He said, nah, I call him Prefontaine. Hey, Pearl, crazy. But yeah, man, like I said, I don't mind if you think this is a legitimate reason, because of course you're a pugilist, you need your hands. So don't get me wrong, you know, regardless if I like Garcia or not, I'm always gonna remain objective. However, too, you know, we're gonna call everything like we see it. We're not playing those excuses because, you know, when Deontay Wilder came out and said that his legs were hurting, he said his legs were hurting because he wore a heavy suit to the ring against Tyson Fury.
You dumbass.
That we talk trash, and that's fine. It's rightfully so. That's an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Well, Ryan Garcia had a lot of excuses. So, and then now, and that's the thing, right? They have a story about that, right? Called The Boy Who Cried Wolf, right? The Boy Who Cried Wolf, just to give you a brief synopsis, is that he kept saying this is happening, this is happening. Oh, there's wolves attacking the sheep. And then the town folk and the village folk would come and gather up and try to help the young boy with the sheep and protect him from his wolves, from the wolves that are attacking the sheep. And he thought it was funny, and he laughed, said, I got y'all, it was just a trick. I got y'all, it was just a trick, multiple times. And then one time there was actually legitimately wolves attacking his sheep, and he went to go tell the village town folks, and they didn't believe him, and all his sheep got their booties holes ate out, right? Pause. And then he was crying and upset and mad that people didn't believe him, but they didn't believe him.
No, did he?
Because you were lying about it so many times. So my point is this, right? So when it's legitimate, no one's gonna believe you, because you lied so many times. That's what Ryan Garcia did. He lied about so many. Oh, big right hand. Oh my goodness. He just dropped a bomb on him. Don't celebrate too early, but he's celebrating. I don't blame him. That was a big right hand. Boy. Oh my goodness. Throwing combinations now. 1, 2. Oh, 3 to the body. Oh my gosh. Oh, he dropped him. That was more so like a combination of him going down, him wanting to take a knee, him getting punched into submission, and then he just fell over. Oh, it might be over with. I wish they would put the time. I wish they would put the clock so I can know how much time we got in this round. Oh my goodness, this man is throwing these left hooks, left uppercuts, left jabs, right hook. Stay on your feet. Clinch, bro. These dudes got to learn how to clinch, man. It's like a, oh, yep, the referee stopped it. You should have clinched. You should have clinched. I don't think the referee should have stopped it. I don't blame him being mad, but you should have clinched, bro. You can't sit there and not throw any punches, bro. You got to clinch or do something. So I don't think that was a bad stoppage. I don't think the referee had to stop it right there necessarily. I think the guy is right to be upset, but you got to give the referee a reason not to stop it, bro. You got to clinch or throw punches back. You can't just sit there bobbing and weaving after getting dropped twice with your hands up, bro. You looking defenseless. And I don't know what's up with these fighters these days, bro. I don't get it, bro. It's like a no clinching pandemic that goes around, bro. Nobody knows how to clinch. I don't care if you're American, Japanese, English, Australian, Nigerian, Jamaican, Mexican. It's like these young fighters don't know how to clinch no more, bro. Gosh, Lee. He said, I like how Black Shorts throws hooks, but Pink one is timing too late. Yeah, he's timing too late to move. I agree. I don't like the stoppage, but Japan under the microscope because of Shigeoka. Oscar.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Oscar. You're so right. I forgot, you know what I'm saying? I just threw a prayer up for Genjiro Shigeoka, threw another prayer up for him like we did the last couple of days, man. We wish him the best. I hope he recovers well, you know, for his fight with Pedro Tadaran, you know. Shout out to Shigeoka and his family, you know what I'm saying? It's not just the fighter, it's also the families that are impacted. But yeah, that's a good point. They're probably a little bit more have a more heightened awareness because of that situation. That's a great point, Oscar. Gosh, Lee, that was a great point. That was a great point. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
He said, still waiting on that autopsy, Marcellus. Oh, sleep. Oh, sleep. Yeah, that was a great point, Puro. I gotta know this. I gotta know Black Short's name, man. I don't know Black Short's name. I gotta keep up with him. Matter of fact, let me pull up the card. Let's pull up the card right now. Be honest with you, I know who is Yoshiki Takei fighting? I don't even know who Yoshiki Takei is fighting. I read it early, I just don't remember. Oh, Yudapong Tong D. Ouch. All right. Good fight, man. Tsubasa Narai. Thank you. Narai. They lost with December 2. Oh, really? Unless you talk about, are you talking about Anaguchi? I remember Anaguchi passed away in, wait, that might have been in January 2024. When did Seiya Susumi and Anaguchi fight? I remember Anaguchi passed away, man. Rest in peace to Anaguchi, man. 23 years old, man. I don't remember when they fought though. That wasn't in December though. That was December 2023, and he passed away January 2024. Bro, time is flying, if I'm not mistaken. Man, time is flying. Yeah, he passed away January 2024. What's his name? Kenshiro Anaguchi, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look it up real quick. Bro, time is flying. That was a year ago. He passed away January last year. Man. Kazuki Anaguchi, excuse me, not Kenjiro Anaguchi. Kazuki Anaguchi. Rest in peace to him, man. 23 years old. Passed away January 2024. As a result of their fight in December 2023. That's crazy. It was. So are you talking about Kazuki Anaguchi like I'm talking about, or are you talking about somebody else? Because that's crazy. If you talk, I'm not familiar with that person unless you are talking about Kazuki Anaguchi. That's sad, bro. 23, bro. I'll say, man, boxing is, man, you got to respect it, man. I know some of them get a lot of money, but some of them don't. But even if you get a lot of money, it don't matter. If you're not alive to spend it, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? People talk about all this. Oh, is he singing? Oh, I thought he was singing. I'm about to say, hey, yo, my boy, multi-talented. I thought my boy about to bust a note. Hey, he picked up the mic like he was about to drop a hit single. Yeah, and the Gucci. Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on, man. We really watch boxing around here, my brother. You know my team. Yeah, but that was sad though, man. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, I'm not. Of course, that's part of it, right? You know, it's like when you're a soldier, you go to war. You know, if the unfortunate happens where you are chronically injured or sustain a life-changing, altering injury or a fatal injury, God forbid, you know, we know that's part of the job description, that's a possibility, but that doesn't mean you can't be sad about it. That doesn't mean that you can't wish that that doesn't happen or hope that that doesn't happen and hope that they try to avoid that as much as possible. Right. So with boxing, it's entertainment, of course, but you can't be nonchalant or dismissive of people's welfare because they quote unquote signed up for it or because they get compensated well. Once you know, it's just so crazy to me. It's like people, it's a lot of people's feelings are rooted in jealousy, man. It's like, bro, it's not their fault that the what they want to do comes with a nice price tag. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean whether you're making a lot of money or whether you're making a little bit of money, it's still a life. You feel me? So I don't know, man. People are crazy. Occupational hazard. Yeah, exactly. I mean, shoot. I mean, there was a guy when I was going up in school. I remember going for my PhD. I think it was my second to last year or my final year. It was during COVID, either right before COVID. It was during COVID, and he's a research scientist, right? And he worked in cryogenics. So those of you that are familiar with cryogenics, is like very cold substances, right? Basically, and he was running an experiment, and he messed around, and I don't remember if the cryogenic tank fell on him or he fell in the cryogenic tank that he was working on trying to set up an experiment, and he passed away. You know what I'm saying? Of course, every single time you go in the lab, that was in the National High Magnetic Field Lab in Tallahassee. Every time you go in the lab or you go into these laboratories, you have the OSHA, the safety standards that you have to abide by, and it tells you warning and stuff like that. You see warnings every day. You see what I'm saying? But these things can happen. You don't expect it to happen. And when it happens, it's like, guys, leave, man, that sucks. It sucks. But then you have people that will make it seem like, oh, it's what they asked for, it's what they signed up for. So it doesn't, bro, you crazy, bro. And then not only that, then you try to tell people how to do their jobs, and you have no clue how to what their job entails. You know what I'm saying? You try to tell somebody how to do their job and like you're some expert because you're not entertained. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think, like I said, I don't know the ins and outs. I'm not even gonna pay attention to it because I think it's stupid. But I know the premise of it. That whole no running rule is dumb as hell. Any way you slice it. But I mean, we've seen basketball and football implement rules that are basically for the sake of entertainment, right? And boosting ratings and boosting viewership. But at the same time too, it could be sometimes you try too hard and it could be counterintuitive and it could be even counterproductive and counteractive, you know what I'm saying, to what you're trying to do. Like in basketball, a lot of people are turned off from basketball now because it's just threes and dunks. Not even dunks, it's just threes. It could be a 3-on-1 fast break. 3 offensive players on 1 defensive player, and they pull a 3-pointer and they shoot a 3. You see what I'm saying? And now I remember growing up watching basketball, the final score is like 90 to 85 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And if it goes into 100s, it's rare. And if it is in the 110s, it's because it was overtime. Now, if a score isn't 120 points in regulation, you would think it's a bad game. It's a bad offensive production. You know, that's just a norm. And the lack of defense is like they don't appreciate defense, but then have the audacity to complain about the All-Star game. Well, the All-Star game is what you want to see all the time, right? You see, it's like you can't pick and choose, you know. So my point is that if we do try to do something, implement something like a no running rule, which what are you going to do? Count the steps that you take before you throw a punch? How are you going to enforce that? What are you going to put a ticker on somebody's arm to track how many steps they take? Like the step counter in the ring, and then once you take a certain amount of steps, you can't move anymore. You're going to lock up their feet in place. Like, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? So I think it doesn't. I don't think it makes sense. And then, but more importantly, though, what I'm getting at is that you are impacting the style of fights, the styles that these fighters are going to implement. And you could say, oh, it's for the sake of entertainment. No, it's for the sake of the fact that you don't like certain fighters, and it's never became as prevalent of a problem until the fighter that you like lost, and the fighter that you don't like won. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You know, people try to masquerade like it's for the righteousness or it's for boxing. No, it's not. It's not for the betterment of boxing. It's for your selfish ass desires and your ignorant outlook on what boxing is. It is what it is. It's a lack of education. Styles make fights. So why would you want to limit the amount of styles? Like I said, everything's not going to cater to everybody. I'm sorry. Guillermo Rigondeaux wasn't the most exciting fighter. Does that mean he doesn't belong in the fight in the fight game because you don't like it? No, just don't watch Guillermo Rigondeaux. It's as simple as that. You don't have to watch these fighters. If you don't like how Devin Haney boxes, don't watch Devin Haney box. Simple. Don't try to tell Devin Haney how to box. Don't try to tell Guillermo Rigondeaux how to box. Don't tell Vasily Lomachenko how to box. Don't tell any of these fighters who could potentially die as a result of their craft that they're doing how to do what they're doing, especially when you never done what they're doing before in your life. And you wouldn't bust a grape in a food fight. You see what I'm saying? I think that's the type of world we live in, though. You know, everybody with an asshole can have an opinion and make it sound good, and people pay attention because they're popular. It's idiotic, bro. Turn around and ask them to fight because someone slapped their mama. They gonna say, "Oh no, I'm too mature to fight." But you gonna tell somebody you wouldn't fight for nothing, but you are telling the people how to fight for a living. Fuck out of here. Yo, Jin Sasaki in the building. You say you see Jin Sasaki? Yes, sir. I got Brian Norman winning, but hey, this is gonna be a good fight, man. Jin Sasaki, he's an offensive fighter, very offensive fighter, but he blocks with his face. He blocks with his face, man, just like Jaime Munguia. Shout out to Jaime Munguia. But you know, I love Jaime Munguia. One of my favorite fighters to watch, man. Always exciting. Yo, King Grayson in the building. What's good? And I say church preach. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy, King Grayson, man. But yeah, like I said, it's just, I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm not oblivious to entertainment. Of course, I like knockouts. I like highlights. I like slam dunks and alley-oops. But I know that I know basketball's more than slam dunks and alley-oops. You know what I'm saying? You can still be a fully functional, fully entertaining and fully successful basketball player without being able to dunk, right? Ask Steph Curry. And you also don't have to shoot threes in order to be a successful MVP caliber player. Ask Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? You know what I'm saying? LeBron doesn't play like Jokic. Jokic doesn't play like Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid doesn't play like Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic doesn't play like, you know, whatever other star you want. Anthony Edwards. You know, it's different styles, and it's dope to see the different styles that are still successful. So same with boxing. Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't fight like Saul Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez doesn't fight like Shakur Stevenson. Shakur doesn't fight like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford doesn't fight like Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk doesn't fight like Nye Inoue, or, you know, and they're still all successful. So why would you want to limit that? It's because you want to watch freaking knockout kings. This is called boxing, not knockout kings. This is called boxing, not power slap. It's a sweet science, not rock'em sock'em boppers. I'm not saying that you gotta like everything, but then just don't watch it. I don't see the problem. But you want to watch things and you want to be controlling of it because you're insecure and you're an entitled little bitch. That's what it comes down to, bro. You want to tell people what to do when you're not involved and you don't have that authority. I saw the I watched the full video. Remember I told you I was gonna watch the full video before I make a judgment and assessment. I watched the full video of Robert Byrd, the referee, talking about the Canelo and School fight, and he just sounded, he was struggling the whole time trying to articulate his point of defending or being an apologist for referees telling fighters how to fight or when to fight. You know, it's like yeah, I get what you're saying, Piro. You saying when that happens, it affects both fighters. Yeah, of course. You know, just switch it up real quick. Like, yeah, like, you know, shout out to Subaru Matias, but I'm sure that he didn't want to hurt Maxim Derdashev, rest in peace. You know, the guy with what's the guy? Chris Eubank Jr. I can't remember the dude's name, but he hurt him. He ended up being paralyzed. That affects you too. You know, you don't want to hurt anybody. He said it's just such a drastic change. It's so subjective. Also, it would limit a fighter's production. Yeah, let's be real, was good. But yeah, like I watched the full video and I think Robert Byrd is a great referee. Obviously, you know, him and Kenny Bayless. There's so many great referees, right? But just because you're smart doesn't mean you don't say dumb shit. And just because you're dumb doesn't mean that you don't occasionally say some smart shit. It's your body of work, right? What do you do the majority of the time? The majority of the time, Robert Byrd, whenever I hear him speak, which is not often, you know, I mostly see him ref. I don't really pay attention to his channel too much. I might start, but, you know, he usually says some good stuff, right? But this one was dumb. If you go watch the full video, he's like stuttering, and there's nothing wrong with stuttering and gathering yourself, but he's almost contradicted himself. You can see that he's actively trying to make sure he doesn't. But he advocates in the video that the referee with William Scholl and Canelo, when he told them to fight and engage, he's like, oh yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. No, you're not. As a referee, that is not your role to decide what is entertaining or not for the boxers. That's not your role. Your role is to enforce the rules and make sure the fighters abide by the rules and ensure their safety and their welfare as much as you can, and make sure that what they're doing while punishing each other is not compromising the legality of the rules, you know what I'm saying, or not compromising the purity or the sanctity and the integrity of the sport. That's what your role is. It's not to be entertaining. I've never seen that in my life. So as much as I didn't like William Scholl, you know, I'm a cinnamon guy. I thought that fight was weak and William Scholl's game plan was trash, but William Scholl was running and he lost, right? So the runner was penalized for running. He did not win because he didn't throw enough punches. Same with Teofimo and Jermaine Ortiz. The runner, Jermaine Ortiz, he lost. So my point is that there's already things in place to penalize guys for not throwing, or girls, men or women, for not throwing enough punches. That's what we have a copy box punch stat. There's no reason, no need to implement some type of rule for fighters to stay stationary or for them to throw punches in a certain time frame or time span. Like, that just doesn't make sense. There's already things that are there, you know what I'm saying? You also judge for aggressiveness, right? But the point is also that when you are running, somebody could cut off the ring. So that's why, as a fair person I am, objective person that I am, I was rooting for Canelo to beat William Scholl, but I also critiqued Canelo for his lack of effort, because I know he could fight better than that. And if he wanted to, if he wasn't complacent, he could have cut off the ring a little better. That's part of boxing as well. But the point that I'm making is that that's not really the problem. The issue is that a lot of these guys and girls that are saying this stuff, they don't like Devin Haney because Devin Haney was the runner, but he won. That's the problem. But then if you take a step back and ask yourself, hold on, how come the runner in the Jermaine Ortiz and Teofimo Lopez situation, how come that runner lost? And then the runner in the William School and Canelo situation, that runner lost. But you'd be like, hold on, the runner in the Haney and Ramirez situation won. Well, that's because if you go and look at the CompuBox numbers, Devin Haney also outlanded Jose Carlos Ramirez at a higher percentage and a higher quantity, meaning that he threw more punches and landed more punches, meaning that he didn't just run, he also boxed. Coincidentally, that's in his job description. He's a boxer. And I'm not defending Devin Haney. That fight was trash. Don't get me wrong. I did not like the fight, but you cannot deny, even if you go back and watch the fight, which I don't know why you would. I'm not advocating for it because that fight was boring. But if you go back and watch the fight, Devin Haney was punching as well. He wasn't just doing what William Skull or Jermaine Ortiz did. That's why he won, because he outboxed him while running, if you want to say that. But you can't just say, oh, he was just running. You see what I'm saying? That's why he won, and he won clearly. I gave Jose Carlos Ramirez 1 round. I gave Devin Haney 11. So you could be honest, or you could be a little deceitful, selfish, ignorant little bitch and just complain all day, or you could be actually accurate and analyze the fight and make a fair assessment, and you would know that Devin Haney, as bad as it looked, it was not just a running. It was not just a running. It was a boxing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to add some nuance to it. You feel me? And if you still don't like it, don't watch it. I'm sure you're not beating down the door to watch Jermaine Ortiz fight after his performance with Teofimo Lopez. So do it the same way. If you like to see fighters or knockout artists, then watch Gervonta Tank Davis, who's one of my favorite fighters. Watch Saul Canelo. Well, he hasn't got a knockout in a long time, but you get what I'm saying. Watch the guys that are more prone to get knockouts. Watch Artur Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? Watch Gary Antoine Russell. Guys who have high kill percentage, if that's what you want. But don't tell fighters, oh, they don't belong in a sport to fight because they don't fight the way you like. Who are you, bro? Boxing existed before you. It's going to exist after you. You know what I'm saying? So sit your goofy ass down and have a Coke and a smile. No common sense, King Grayson. I heard the paramedics had to check him after the fight. That should tell the normal person was common sense everything. Exactly. That should tell the normal person with some common sense everything. Exactly. And like I said, I'm not even just speaking on that isolated event, but that's what it's really about. They're trying to masquerade like they're some righteous warrior for the betterment of boxing. No, you don't like Devin Haney. The majority of people that are supporting this rule, they don't like Devin Haney. I wish they would just be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's so blatantly obvious, because if running was a problem, last time I checked, in my opinion, who's the greatest boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather, they called him a runner. Nobody wanted to implement a running rule. You see what I'm saying? We called Shakur a runner for his whole career. No one implemented a running rule because of it. We called Jermaine Ortiz a runner. No one implemented a running rule. So now all of a sudden they're trying to bring out more examples of runners because they're trying to defend their point, and all of a sudden, but that's not the case. The case is because the fact of the matter is that people are gangbanging against Devin Haney, and he's an easy target right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It has nothing to do with the improving the sport or being more entertaining. That's not what it is, bro. It's not. You're just you know, it's crazy. So it is what it is, man. If people just be honest, I think it'll be, you know, and like I said, I'm not saying I'm not defending lack of entertainment. Of course, I want to be entertained too, you know, and coincidentally, a lot of my favorite fighters are guys that do get knockouts or go for the knockouts, but that's not the only way to have boxing. A lot of fights don't end up in knockouts. Doesn't mean that the fight is boring. At least not to me, you know. Boxing peaked in the 70s and 80s. I mean, that's your opinion. I mean, I don't know how long you've been watching, but I wasn't watching boxing in the 70s. I wasn't even alive, so I can't. I could read. I read the stories, you know, and I see old tapes. But as far as what I enjoyed, you know, I like the Super Six. The Super Six was fire, you know, with Andre Ward, Arthur Abram, Andre Durrell. You know, I like stuff like that. So I do think that boxing has been in a slump as of late, but it's definitely getting better. It's definitely picking up. You know what I'm saying? That was a long time ago. not in a long time ago, but like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, especially during COVID, boxing has slowed down. But to try to make it seem like boxing has some type of problem with fighting because of 1 or 2 performances all of a sudden, and that's disingenuous at best. People, you know, Vasily Lomachenko is not the most aggressive fighter all the time, and we call him the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Why do they call Lomachenko the Matrix? It's because they call him the Matrix because the way he moves, right? Not because the way he punches. He said, we know exactly what that is. They tired of our people running boxing, and most of all, they don't like us overall. I agree, but I think it's something else too. You know, I think it's a little more than that as well. I think it's like I said, I think like I said, I'm not sure. I mean, that has something to do with it, yeah. So I'm not denying that, King Gracer, for sure. But I also think it's like I said, I think also, for example, trying to think. Like, so for example, if Tank fought like that and won because he's more popular right now, I'm not sure if he would get as much pushback as Devin Haney. It doesn't help that he's American, you know what I'm saying, and of the darker persuasion. I'm not, so I agree with you 1,000%. But I'm saying I think that it's also too even more so because of Devin Haney, what he's going through with the PEDs. This is, you know what I'm saying? I've never seen, you know, and the reason why I say this is because I've never seen people, even with the PEDs, they try to diminish the effectiveness of PEDs. I've never seen this before. You see what I'm saying? But then that goes back to your point, because let's shout out to Floyd Mayweather. When Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao, shout out to Floyd Mayweather when he fought Manny Pacquiao, shout out to Manny Pacquiao. If they would have fought and Manny Pacquiao would have tested positive for PEDs and he would have ended up like Devin Haney, I think he would have got the same treatment. People wouldn't have cared about PEDs. So you are right. But I think it's even heightened more so because people also don't like Devin Haney right now as well. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like the combination of things, you know what I'm saying, including that he's black. He said, I'm a casual. Yeah, you're a lying piece of shit. Yeah. Oh, boxing peaked in the 70s or 80s. He ain't watched Nan boxing in the 70s or 80s. We talk about what boxing peaked. Yeah. Get people's nuts out your mouth. All you do is regurgitating other people's thoughts. I have your own thoughts. This man wasn't even alive in the freaking 70s. You know what I'm saying? You talking about somebody a casual because you want to attest to how good something was when you didn't even exist. You probably don't even exist now. That's why you mad. This man mad at 6:30 in the morning. Fucking loser. Let's get it. Man, talk about, oh yeah, man, oh, that peaked in the 60s. You ain't seen Nan fight in the 60s. Shut your dumb ass up. I love when people try to act like there's some yeah, that's what I was saying too, Oscar. I said, what the heck is going on? Why is MASONORI? I was just thinking that. Why is MASONORI Rikiishi coming out? I know there's a lot of Shakur fans that probably hate Haney too. Right, and that's the thing, Key Grace. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm a Tank. I like Tank. You know what I'm saying? I think Tank beats Shakur. I think Tank beats Devin Haney. I think Tank beats all his contemporaries. You know, Teofimo, whoever else, the lot of them, right? Keyshawn Davis. I think Gervonta Tank Davis wins, but that doesn't mean that because they don't fight like Tank that they're bad. The reason why I think Tank and Shakur is a good fight is because of their contrasting styles. It's because that they're different. It's because one's game plan is more predicated off of defense and the other one's more predicated off of what I say is complete fighting. You know what I'm saying? Setting traps and having power and all that stuff. But if you force Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis to fight in a phone booth, I don't think anybody would have a doubt who would win. That would be Gervonta Tank Davis because that is right in his wheelhouse. You see what I'm saying? So it's like telling, I don't know, Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas would have had no chance if you would have made them fight toe to toe in the center of the ring and not move and just swing on each other one at a time. Styles make fights, bro. That's what we say. But then we're also simultaneously trying to limit some of us, not anybody, not us individually, but some of us are trying to limit the type of styles we have. It's weird. But what is even weirder is the fact that why the heck are we at the main event? why are we at Masonori Rikiishi versus Eduardo Sugar Nunez already? I agree with you, but he just has to get Roach out of the way. Tank better stop playing and bring that rate. yeah, but no, but my thing is though, King Grace, I'm saying that we don't even have to agree, but I think we can agree on the fact that they have contrasting styles, and that's what makes a lot of the fights that we want to see. Even Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, contrasting styles. You know what I'm saying? Even Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya, contrasting styles. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you think about a lot of the biggest fights that we want to see, it's usually contrasting styles. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, contrasting styles. You know, Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, contrasting styles. That is part of what makes boxing interesting. So when I say that, when people that want to stop people from having a certain style, I get it from an entertainment standpoint. I mean, I'm not oblivious to that. Of course, you want to see highlight plays and stuff in any sport, but the sport itself is bigger than highlight plays. That's the point that I'm making. So if you're watching a sport for just the highlights, then you don't really enjoy the sport as much as you try to put on. You're faking the funk. You see what I'm saying? You bullshitting. If you're just watching a basketball game just to see the occasional alley-oop, then just watch the game on TikTok highlights. You know what I'm saying? I can't relate to that. And if you're trying to make it seem like you're an aficionado of that sport, then I think that you're full of shit.
Bullshit! Bullshit!
Because as much as I like Tank, I still like Shakur because I appreciate how he's successful with his style. It might not be something that's gonna make him my favorite fighter, but I don't see how you could not appreciate people that are successful with varying styles. He says sometimes it comes down to a chess match. Exactly. And sometimes that chess, you could get checkmated quick, you know? That doesn't mean that it has to go the distance either, but to say that, oh, if a fight goes a distance or guys aren't sitting there exchanging punches and knocked out and sleep or bleeding, that it's a bad fight. No, bruh. It don't work like that. And of course, I don't want to, like I said, I'd rather not see guys fighting like William Skull or Jermaine Ortiz, but that is a style that their opponent has to adapt to. Why would you play into your opponent's hands? If you're fighting a big puncher, why would you want to exchange with them? That's common sense. Not you want to exploit their weaknesses, and if their weaknesses is mobility, then you do that. That's the art of war. You don't go into you don't play into somebody's strengths. That's stupidity. You prioritize winning, not prioritize entertaining. Hopefully you are entertaining while you win, but that's not the priority. You know what I'm saying? He said it's going to be it's going to be a great fight, man. I'm trying to figure out what happened with Yoshiki Takei, though. Did that fight get canceled? Hey, but what's that guy's name? Shout out to, what's his name? Shout out to Skate and Review, man. Skate and Review has multiple accounts. Shout out to them for coming to the channel. Don't forget to like the channel and make sure that you hit that subscribe button too. Well, you probably already subscribed, you know. That's why you're always in here. Shout out to you. Freaking loser. Hey, man. Boy, got 100 accounts. And make sure you keep reviewing the channel too. You know what I'm talking about? Why your stupid ass skates? Yes, sir. I appreciate you and all your ignorance. Don't forget to smack that like button too. And remember, don't hurt yourself. Life is better than that. Just pray and go get the proper attention that you need. It's not worth it, bro. Yeah, that's a good point. Shout out to Errol Spence and Sean Porter. I mean, just think about it though, Grace. It's like you know, when we watch basketball, right? Like I said, Tim Duncan wasn't the most exciting player, right? But that doesn't mean that he shouldn't play basketball because he's not as exciting as LeBron James. Or let's keep it in the same position, right? Power forward. He's not as exciting as Kevin Garnett. Does that mean that he doesn't belong in basketball because they don't play the same? You feel me? It's crazy, bro. Early freeway boys, yes sir. Hey, put a beat on. You gonna put a beat on? You remember when Freeway and Cassie were freestyle battling? Hey man, put a beat on. Shout out to Freeway, man. Early, my guy out Booger in the building. Big member in the building. But that's just my opinion on it, though, man. I don't think we should be in the business of telling fighters how to fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, we could complain about it from a fan standpoint, and then guess what? When they fight shitty fights or have shitty performances, like William Skull, well, he's going to lose fans. You feel me? So there's already negative things that come with it. You don't have to implement anything else. He lost, and he's going to lose fans because people don't want to see that type of fighting. But to make it obligatory for fighters to fight a certain way to appease anybody is crazy. It's crazy. Yes, sir. That was legendary. Facts. Oh, Booger, was it you that was telling me? Nah, it wasn't you. I think it was Dub. Somebody was telling me to watch the Danny Myers versus King battle. I watched it. That was good. I actually got King winning, but it was good, man. They both, Danny Myers went crazy, but that King guy, he went crazy too. That was actually my first time seeing him battle. He's not really believable. And, you know, fortunately or unfortunately, for me, that's part of battle rap too, which I know none of them are really out there doing what they say, but at least, you know, some people, you could believe it, you know, and they look more believable. He doesn't really look believable, but it's on YouTube. I appreciate that, Pearl. Yeah, I'm watching it right now on the zone. We got round one. I don't know why they're not putting the round count in the time chat. My fault. I'm gonna put it up. I don't know what they're doing. They haven't been putting the round count or the time all day. Man, I knew Rikishi was taller, and I knew he would have the range, but I didn't know it was this much. I didn't realize it was gonna be this much of a height disparity. On the Matchroom channel, hey, good looking out. Shout out to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. Does anybody know what happened to the Yoshiki Takei fight? Maybe that fight is gonna happen after. If anybody knows, holla at me. It is after. Okay, bet. That's good. Okay, cool. So it's not canceled. So maybe there was just something wrong with the scheduling. Maybe maybe his opponent. Oh, nice right hand from Sugar Nunez. Maybe his opponent couldn't make it in time or something. Kind of fell out of rap battle game right lately. Just not a fan of the no rhythm style and 30-minute battles. I feel that. I feel that, Al Booger. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody got their preferences. Shout out to them though. Yep. I ain't gonna lie, with URL, I don't know what's going on. It has definitely been watered down with all these leagues and stuff like that. But I find the occasional good one. Is a Berlanga Shiraz situation? Oh yeah, with Shakur and Williams Zepeda. I don't think so. I don't think it is. Oh, big right hand for Sugar Nunez. He came with a looping right hook. MASONORI got caught right on the chin, man. I think it may be a timing thing, but it could be because, right, this is for a vacant title and Yoshiki Takei's for defending his title, so at 118. So you could be right, Oscar. Maybe. Oh my goodness. So this is what Nunes has to do, right? Because he's fighting a taller, rangier fighter, he has to try to throw a couple leaping shots in order to get past Rikishi's range. And that's exactly what he's doing, man. He's landing big shots in this first round. And Rikishi's keeping him off, though. Oh, my goodness. Rikishi just came in, act like he was about to throw a jab, and Nunes timed him with a big right hook. That was a nice left straight from Rikishi at the end of the round. I'm giving that round to Nunes, though, man. I'm giving that first round to Nunes, man. Nunes is using pretty good patience, and he's exercising good patience, and he's using pretty good discipline and defensive discipline to get in and throw a big shot when he times it and sees the opening. But you know, the dangerous part about throwing in those lunging hooks is that you could get caught on the way in. But right now he got Rikishi leaking out his nose already, so I think he's doing good right now. It looks like he's bleeding. I'm not sure. I can't see because the guy put his head in the way. Maybe it's not bleeding. Yeah, maybe I take that back. It's not bleeding. It was just a shadow. What are some good leagues, man? I don't even know, man. I would say the trenches is pretty good, Al Booger. Chrome 23, which is Remy Ma's battle league. And easy to block captain with the trenches. See, Rikishi's having a hard time keeping Nunes up off of him. Right now, Nunes is coming forward. Sugar Nunes is through 2 left hooks into a big right hook, knocking Rikishi backwards, momentarily making him lose his balance. I don't think he was really hurt. He was just got caught in between getting punched and trying to back up simultaneously, and he got caught. It could have been a tied up of the feet, too. I didn't really see because that angle. Nice jab to the body coming from Sugar Nunes. Sugar Nunes is applying that pressure. And with Rikishi, the way he's moving, man, I don't know if he could keep him off of him for the duration of this fight. I don't know. I think it would behoove Rikishi to throw that jab out more. I know he's a little hesitant because as soon as Nunes sees that jab, he's throwing a hook. But he has to establish that jab, man, to make Nunes respect him, man. Right now, Nunes does not respect his punching power. He doesn't even respect his resistance. He's just coming in, stalking his prey like a wolf. Oh my goodness. Hey, no problem, my booger. But yeah, I would say because you know that what it calls not even using I haven't even seen what was that one called? That one league with ARP. What was that called? I can't remember what it's called. ARP's he's like the smack of that league. So he's what smack is to URL. Man, I can't remember what it is, but ARP he hasn't been doing his rap league either. And they had the Blue Room. I can't remember what it's called. I haven't seen that league in a minute. I'm seeing a lot of smaller leagues here and there. There's another league coming up. I can't remember what it's called. And of course, you got Gates of the Garden. They're all right. But yeah, I would say the one that's on top right now is probably Remy Ma's Chrome 23 in the trenches. I think this is another Sugar Nunes round, man. Ooh, that was a nice stiff jab from Rikishi right there. That's what he has to do right there, man. He has to try to establish that jab and keep Eduardo honest, man. Because Eduardo, he's taking chances, which is good what he has to do. But Rikishi has to try to deter him from doing that, make him think twice. And that's what he's doing right now towards the end of the round. Sugar Nunes he's still coming forward, but he's not coming forward with as much fervor. Boy, Rikishi just threw a right uppercut with passion and bad intentions. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. He did not connect, but that would have knocked his head off. But yeah, man, Sugar Nunes is just coming forward with alacrity. You know what I'm saying? He's coming forward with alacrity, and he's just doing his thing right now. I got Nunes barely winning that round, but I have him winning that round nonetheless. Let's get it, man. Round 3. Let's get it. Sugar Nunez just tried to throw a right hook to the body, and Rikishi responded with an uppercut. They both missed, but Rikishi's hit his glove. Is Rikishi running right now, chat? I'm asking for a friend, Oscar. Is Rikishi running right now or nah? Puro, is he running right now or nah? So we need to implement a no running rule, right? So we should force the taller, longer guy to sit in the pocket with the shorter, a stronger guy, and exchange, and not utilize his tools of his superior range and superior mobility. We should cater to the other guy's strengths. We just want to see fighting. We don't want to see strategic pugilism. Oh, Sugar Nunez came with a right hook that missed. Rikishi came with a straight left hand to counter. MASONORI's looking good this round, I think. Like I said, I do wish that Rikishi would throw more jabs. See, I like that too. Nunez just committed to the body. There we go. He's throwing more shots to the body to try to kill some of those legs. Shout out to Puro. He's the new Prefontaine. You know, oh. Ooh, that was a nice uppercut with the right hand from Rikishi. I think that what I think is that Sugar Nunez has to be careful not to let this he's a runner, he's a track star. I don't think it's bad though. Like I said, I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Everybody has their opinion, man, you know. And you know, maybe I'm too old school in that regard too. Maybe too much of a traditionalist. I don't think I am, but you know, I like change. I'm not against change, but change when it's necessary, not because you want to make up some dumb shit. Change can be good. All change is not good. I think this is a Rikishi round, but like I said, I think it would still behoove him to throw the jab out more. That was nice to try to deter, because Nunez is still leaping in. You know, shout out to Nunez. He is not giving up on his game plan. You feel me? And guess what he's doing, chat? He's cutting off the ring. Oh, imagine that. Imagine that. He's actually implementing a boxing skill. It's so funny that we'll talk about fighters when they don't cut off the ring, but we don't. Right there. That was that left hand that I told you right there. I called that. When he swung on that replay, when he swung and missed, and then Rikishi hit him with a straight left hand. It's funny, we'll talk trash about fighters that can't cut off the ring, but then simultaneously make it, try to encourage or advocate for a rule that will reduce the amount of people that will be able to cut off the ring. Even eliminate it as a necessity. That's a skill in boxing, man. A skill is cutting off the ring. A skill is, whether you like it or not, hit and don't get hit. Having boxing mobility, being able to navigate the boxing real estate, the real estate of the boxing ring. Pressure's a skill too. Effective pressure's a skill too. Punches in. That was a nice exchange. Rikishi and Eduardo Nunez, they both exchanged right there. They both got a piece of something. Yeah, Oscar, I'm looking at it now. I definitely think Rikishi gives not for anything problem. So I take back what I said earlier. You know, like, but I did tell you. I said, hey man, I'm not sure about Rikishi because I haven't seen him that much. I think I said once. I think I've seen him twice. But Yeah, I think he gives Navarrete problems for real, and especially with Navarrete having weight issues. I still stand strong and maintain my position that Nunez gives Navarrete problems. But I think Nunez gives everybody problems. Oshaki Foster, I think him and Lamont Roach would be a very good fight stylistically. And I think he gives Navarrete, but I think Nunez gives everybody problems. But Rikishi might give everybody problems too. He might pose a different set of problems, but he definitely gives them problems as well. I think Nunez needs to commit to the body still, man. Take away some of them legs. Right now, he closed the distance right there. This is where he wants to be, right in the wheelhouse. Ooh! Rikishi just threw a little left uppercut. Nunez was unfazed. It threw three-punch combination. Ooh, Nunez just threw a left uppercut of his own. Boy, oh my goodness, left hook. Got Rikishi bouncing off the ropes. Rikishi taking him well, though, keeping his hands up, keeping his wits about him. Nunez is undeterred, man. Has good conditioning. And so does Rikishi. But it's easier on the stamina to be the person that's moving around than it is to be the person that's chasing. When it's chasing like this, in this fashion. Because now you got to react and keep up. You know, they're both are difficult to do, but it's like being a cornerback in NFL, right? I don't know if y'all play football. I don't watch football anymore, but I used to play football, and the cornerback is like one of the hardest positions because you not only do you have to be fast and reactive, but you also have to keep up with what the wide receiver is doing. So similar right now, Eduardo Nunes is a person that's chasing, so he's a cornerback. Rikishi's playing the role of the person that's changing directions and stuff like that, the wide receiver. It's a good round for both men, man. It's a close round. You could give it to either one. I'm giving it to Nunes, though. I think Nunes, I like the work that Nunes put in right there. I like this pressure. I like the fact that he was tracking him down. I feel like he landed the more significant shots that round. That was a close round, though. Right now, I have it 3-1 in favor of Nunes. How y'all seeing it? I think either guy gives, yep. How are you seeing this fight? Boxer Talk family, talk to me. Man, shout out to the members in the chat right now, too, man. Shout out to Oscar, Albuga, Puro. Appreciate y'all. The same, 3-1. Bet. That's a good fight, though. Let's get it, round 5. Let's go. Ooh. 3 uppercuts back to back. He hit him with a 3-piece and a 3-peat. Oh boy. Not the 3-piece and the 3-peat. Sugar Nunes. Hey, Rikishi's throwing uppercuts too now, man. People don't think that these punches sting, bruh. They got some spice. They have some spice behind it. They're not landing a big shot. I would say the bigger shots are landing on Nunes' behalf. Uppercut from Sugar Nunes, tracking him down, locking him down. Rikishi wisely rotates from the ropes. That's not where he wants to be. He does not want to be on the ropes for too long. Because if Nunes pins him down like he's doing right now, boy, he's going to take some shots. I wish when Nunes pinned him down right here, he would go more to the body. Take away some of them legs, but he's headhunting right now. I think Rikishi needs to put, see right now, Rikishi needs to pump out some jabs. Nice straight right hand from Sugar Nunes. Popping Rikishi's head backwards. Uppercut on the inside from Nunes. Body shot into the uppercut. The uppercut missed, but the body shot with the right hand, with the left hand landed from Nunes. Boy, Rikishi's playing too much defense right now. I'm not saying that, not just from his movement. I'm talking about, there we go, throw a punch. He might have thrown 3 punches in this round. Nunes threw about 20. Those aren't good numbers, man. It's not a good ratio, man. You can move, but you got to jab. Because right now, you throw that jab and you move, it's going to do two things. One is going to deter him from coming in recklessly. And number two, it's going to demonstrate that you are outboxing him. That jab is keeping him away. Oh, my goodness. Big left hand from Sugar Nunez. Rikishi trying to lean into it. Do not open up. Oh, they both exchanged right there. They both traded hooks. Nunez got the better of that exchange, though. Much better. I think Rikishi's wearing down, y'all. Oh, boy. I think Rikishi's wearing down, y'all. Oh, he just took a left hook. Right hook. Right hook mostly was blocked from Sugar Nunez. There you go. Jab to the body. Back up top with the left hook to the head from Sugar Nunez. You got to go that body head, man. Body head. Implement that body head style. Oh, 3-punch combination, 4-punch, 5-punch combination from Rikishi. Ooh, he landed a big shot on Nunez. Then a 1-2 landed from Rikishi. It's just too late, bro. Last 20 seconds. You're not going to steal the round with a little burst in the last 20 seconds, bro. But still, you could carry this momentum into the next round, though. Oh, my goodness. Big right hand from Nunez. Caught Rikishi as he was opening it up right on the chin. Oh, yeah, they fighting. Nah. Rikishi felt that one, though. Nunez got that round. Rikishi felt that one, y'all. Rikishi felt that one. I think he got he definitely got the worst of those exchanges. He was opened up. He looked good for like a span of 3, 4, 5 seconds when he threw that nice combination. But, man, Nunez is willing to trade. I don't think Rikishi wants to do that. In fact, I would even dare to say that it's fortuitous that he does not exchange. Left hook. Ugh. That's that big left hook right there that momentarily staggered Rikishi. Oh, I think that's a punch that did it right there. You saw the little punch hit him right in the chest throat area. He punched him in the throat. Rikishi punched him in the throat. Hey, yo, no wonder that probably messed up and choked him up. That joint choked him up. He punched that man in the throat, bro. You gotta be like a lion. Go for the throat. Oof. I like how the referee, shout out to the referee as well, man. We try to give credit where credit is due. Much props to the referee. He's essentially staying out the way, you know what I'm saying? Not just the way of the fighters, but also the way of the camera. Shout out to the referee, man. That's good refereeing right there. He managed the fight. You feel me? Good refereeing right there, man. And shout out to the fighters too, you know. They're minimizing the necessity for the referee to be involved. Because they fighting. Nice double jab from Rikishi. Catching Eduardo Nunes coming in, stopping him. Stopping his forward aggression momentarily. Uh-oh, Sugar Nunez. She's trapping him in the corner. That's how you cut off the ring. That's how you cut off the ring. Jab to the body. Jab to the body again. Nunez is coming into that body. Short little uppercut, then the straight to the body. Right hook to the body. Looked a little low. You saw Rikishi push him off him and make a little face. He grimaced a little bit. Oh boy. I think Rikishi's being worn down, y'all. I think he's being worn down, y'all. I think he's fighting mostly off of heart right now. Don't get me wrong. He's not like out of it. But I think, you know, like I said, he's throwing less punches back. There we go. He's mustering up some courage right now. 5-punch combination, 6-punch combination. Nunez responds with a left hook of his own. Straight right hand from Nunez. But see, every time Rikishi punches, it just seems... Nice left hook. Nice short left uppercut from Rikishi. I was just about to say, it looks like he's punching out of desperation. And now he's making a little push right now. He's making a little push. But you see, though, he's not moving as much because them body shots taking them legs away. And now I feel like what I was going to say is that I feel like he's fighting in the phone booth out of necessity because he doesn't have the endurance or the wherewithal to move around as much. And this is playing right into Nunez's wheelhouse. This is exactly what Nunez wants it. So right now, in my opinion, I think Nunez is getting the better as far as game plan goes to implementing what you want to do. Because we saw how Rikishi started off the fight, right? He was moving around a lot. It's kind of similar to what Frank Sanchez and Ajit Cabello looked like. Frank Sanchez was a better boxer, moving around a lot. But as the fight progressed, you know, that pressure was from Ajit Cabello eventually warmed down. And then they started fighting in close quarters. And that's not what Rikishi wants to do, but that's exactly what Nunes wants to do. So you got to score for that as well. Whose game plan is being pushed right now? Nunes's game plan hasn't changed. Rikishi's has changed, but it's not adapting, in my opinion. I think it's less to an adaptation and more out of necessity. I think Nunes is getting to him, man. That was a close round, but I gave that to Nunes. That was a very close round, but I gave it to Nunes. I think Nunes is getting off what he wants to do more than Rikishi, man. He said Rikishi needs to stop going towards the ropes and staying there. Hey, he can't. He tied. He tied, boss. Oscar, he tied, bro. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I say when you have movers, that is an art in itself, because right now Rikishi, he's not able to move as much because Nunes is cutting that shit down. But at the same time, it's more of a frantic movement. You see what I'm saying now? And that's why the energy is being sapped, because he's moving, because he's trying to get a, you know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to get away from the pressure as opposed to executing a game plan. You understand what I'm saying? So when someone's able to move successfully for the duration of 12 rounds, it's because that's what they trained for, whether you like it or not. I'm not saying Rikishi didn't train for it, but I'm saying he's not executing it as well, and that's why he can't keep this up for 12 rounds, because he's not doing it good enough, or it's a combination of both. Nunes is not allowing him to do it well enough. You don't think that Rikishi wanted to outbox him like Puro was saying, calling him Prefontaine, right? What's his name? What's Steve Fontaine, whatever his name is, the track star. You don't think that he wanted to stay on his bicycle and outpoint him? That's what he wanted to do, but Nunes didn't allow him to do it. Nice two-punch combination from Nunes. So we need to stop reducing these fighters to one-dimensional guys. We complain that guys like Pitbull are one-dimensional, but then we're trying to make everybody one-dimensional by not forcing them to adapt and deal with what's in front of them. If you have a runner in front of you, then you got to track that runner down. Just like if I have a power puncher in front of me, I got to try to make him wear himself out without connecting. That's part of strategy, man. Stop dumbing shit down because you're idiotic. It is what it is, bro. We're not going to dumb down stuff for you. You got to keep up. Don't catch up, keep up. It is what it is, man. Everybody want everything to be easy and simplistic. No, bruh. Educate yourself, man. Appreciate shit. And if you can't appreciate it, then go commentate gosh dang Power Slap or something. I heard they need commentators. You see what I'm saying? Switch up what you watch. Nice body shot from Navarro. Oh my goodness. I said Navarro, excuse me. I don't know why I thought about Steven Navarro. Body shot from Eduardo Nunez. Yeah, Rikishi. Oh my goodness, Rikishi just ate a nice little uppercut on the inside. Oh boy, he's trying to fight back. Like Oscar said, I agree with him 1000%. He needs to stop chilling on the ropes, but I don't think he has a choice, man. Them legs ain't responding, man. Them legs ain't responding, man. You know what I'm talking about? That energy being sapped, man, as the rounds go on. And see, right now, at the beginning, it takes more energy to be the guy that was chasing. But right now, you know what I'm saying? It's taking more energy to be the guy. It's taking more energy to be the mouse right now. It's taking more energy to be the mouse right now. Because not only is it taking physical energy to move around, it's also taking that people also disregard how much mental energy. That junk is mental fatigue as well. You trying to keep this gosh dang tank from applying this pressure and bearing down on you at all times, while simultaneously trying to execute your game plan. Nunes, his game plan was pressure the whole time. Like I said, this is a good fight, man. These rounds are close, but I'm edging it to Nunes, man. He's just doing enough. He's just doing enough. It's kind of like this fight to me is a good fight. It's a good close fight, but Nunes is winning. It's kind of like remember Gustavo Lemos and Richard Hitchens. That was a close fight. But Richard Hitchens, in my opinion, did enough to edge out every round. Almost every, not every round, but the majority of the rounds. You know, so you can have a close fight and a clear winner. To me, this is a close fight with a clear winner. And it's Nunes. To me, on the flip side, Gustavo Lemos and Richard Hitchens, To me, that was a close fight, but a clear winner in favor of Richardson Hitchens, who was the better boxer in that outfit. That body looking a little tenderoni. That body looking tenderoni. Nunes breaking them down. Facts. Facts. This is exactly what we saw with Ajit Caballero and Frank Sanchez. Very similar. And that's why Beterbiev is so good as well. He was cutting the ring off on Biv. Oh, was that a foot slip? That was a punch to the body, but that was a foot slip as well. It was the feet clashed while Rikishi punched Nunes to the body, knocked him off balance. That was a well-timed placed punch, though, by Rikishi, that body shot. You know, that's what happens, man. We got orthodox versus a southpaw, so, you know, clashing of the feet is expected. Respect to Nunes, man. Respect to Rikishi as well. Shout out to Nunes for being able to cut off the ring. It's an art, man. So once again, the guy who's doing most of the running right now, most of the movement, or quote unquote running, he's losing the fight. You see what I'm saying? So there's no need to do anything extra, bro. It's gonna work itself out. Straight right hand from Nunes. Rikishi responded with a right hook of his own. Didn't have any type of stank on it though. It was more of like a get off me punch more so than a I'm trying to hurt you punch. But Nunes is throwing I'm trying to hurt you punches. Like Jermaine Taylor, bad intentions with every punch. Remember my boxing trainer, coach used to say, every punch should black an eye, bust a lip, and break a nose. That's how Nunes is throwing his punches right now. And Rikishi is feeling the effect. Seems like Rikishi has a little bit more energy this 8th round. I think he did a little better, but once again, I think that Nunes is doing what he more so doing what he wants to do than Rikishi's doing what he wants to do. I can see somebody giving this to Rikishi though. He's landing some good shots. Oh, that was a nice shot. Ooh. I wouldn't be mad if anybody gave this round to Rikishi because he did better, but you know, just because you did better doesn't mean you won. So that was a close round, but I'm still leaning towards Nunes. Very close, though. I could see somebody giving it to Rikishi. I think that was a better round for Rikishi, but just because you have a better round doesn't mean that you won that round. So far, I have it 7 rounds to 1 in favor of Nunes. Excuse me, my bad. Don't forget to smack that like button if you haven't done so already. Round number 9. Nice jab from Rikishi. Ooh, nice jab again from Rikishi. There you go. Use that jab, man, and step into it, put some pop behind it. Ooh, nice body shot into a straight cross. It was more so of a stiff jab, but he threw it like a cross the way he stepped into it. Coming from Rikishi. Three-punch combination for Nunes, starting with the body, ended with the head. Nunes is trapping this man, bro. Every time he tries to get off or roll off the ropes, Nunes is cutting it off. That was a good block from Rikishi. If you got caught with that left hook, he might have been in trouble. He said, "How come an Olympian, two-time unified champion with Trainer of the Year, aka Jose Carlos Ramirez, couldn't cut the ring off, but people say Mexican flat-footed is doing an excellent job? Come on now, talk to him, because that's because people they don't watch boxing, man. They don't watch boxing, bro. If you think, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. If you think every American fighter is slick, if you think every Mexican fighter is flat-footed, if you think every English fighter is overrated, if you think every whatever else stigma generalization you can have that's negative of a certain fighter that matches the complexion of the generalization that you're trying to make, then you don't watch enough boxing, bro. I could give you examples of every single fighter I said. I could give you an example of an American fighter that's not slick. I could give you an example of American fighters that are slick. I can give you examples of Mexican fighters that aren't flat-footed. I can give you some that are flat-footed. You see, so I can give you some English fighters that aren't overrated. I can give you some that are. You know, so ooh, or even Cuban fighters that they say are evasive or are very technical. I can give you examples of Cuban fighters that aren't technical. You know what I'm saying? And some that are. So it's just, that's what people do when they don't watch enough of something, man. You know, they try to make generalizations. But yeah, I agree with you. I was trying not to go there because, like you said, I mean, like you know, I like Robert Garcia. To me, nice 1-2 for Rikishi. I like Jose Carlos Ramirez. But yeah, he's a former Olympian, two-time unified champion. You should be able to cut the ring off with the Trainer of the Year in your corner. You know, and so is Canelo. You know, Canelo should have been able to cut the ring off as well. You know, and whoever else, you know, Teofimo should have been able to cut off the ring, you know. But at the same time, those fighters, they should have made it more interesting and engaged more too to make it more interesting. But it's hard to critique the guy that won and say what they should have done or could have done, you know. So, but yeah, Beterbiev cuts off the ring. Nunes is cutting off the ring. Now, if you want to argue that they're not moving, Rikishi's not moving as well as Devin Haney, that's fine. But when you say that, you got to also acknowledge that he's not doing something as good as the other runners, and maybe this guy is also doing something better than the other guys who weren't being able to cut off the ring. So yeah, man, you just got to give credit where credit is due, even despite it not being as entertaining or whatever. That was another Nunes round for me. I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%, Oscar. Oh my goodness, big right hand. Now Rikishi off balance to open up the round. Oh boy, Rikishi's in trouble. Rikishi's in trouble. Just took a left hook as well. That was a nice right hook to open up the round. Rikishi is in trouble, man. He's trying to survive right now. He's on his back foot. Pugilism in the building. What's good, brethren? I see you. I'll read that message after this. Nunes is going for the kill. He has to keep this pressure on. Oh my goodness, nice right hand. That he caught the end of that right hand. If you would have caught the full punch, Rikishi might be on his back right now. He might still go on his back. He's fighting back though. Shout out to Rikishi. He's fighting back, still trying to implement his game plan and stick to his game plan. But right now he got to do something else. Nunes has pinned him against the ropes. Rikishi has spun up out of it. He's still taking shots. He's not throwing anything back of significance right now. Nunes is throwing with bad intentions every punch. 2 uppercuts on the inside. Rikishi momentarily pushes Nunes back, takes a deep breath, gasps for air. Oh my goodness. They're still exchanging. Rikishi is fighting, man. It's a tough guy right here. But Nunes right now, he's more so imposing his will. Throwing punches. Rikishi's pushing Nunes. The referee warns Rikishi not to push off like that. But again, shout out to the referee. He's not making a nuisance of himself. He warned him sufficiently from where he's at. He didn't have to stop the gosh dang action because he know Nunes has an advantage right now. Can Nunes fully capitalize? I think Rikishi's getting his wits about him again though right now. But he's not out of the woods yet. I like how Nunes is still committing to the body. Oh my gosh, big straight right hand snaps Rikishi's head back. Oh boy. Oh boy. If Nunes goes to the body right now with Rikishi's back against the ropes, Rikishi might be in trouble. That was a nice little uppercut right there. Just to create enough space to get up out of the way from Rikishi. Nunes just keeps coming though, bro. He just keeps coming, bro. Oh my god. Pause. Yeah, we gonna pause that. That was crazy.
No, did he?
Yeah, we definitely gonna pause that. Yeah, we definitely gonna pause that. He keeps moving forward. Oh, whoa. Big double up on the right hook from Nunes. Rikishi is fighting back, man. Man has mad heart. A lot of heart. Oh, boy. He just got caught trying to throw an uppercut. He got caught with a hook for Nunes. If Nunes could put a little bit more spice on his punches, man, he might have dropped him. But it's getting hot. I say calor. You feel me? It's hot in there right now, man. Picante en la cocina. That thing getting hot in that kitchen, boy. Better get your apron. It's getting hot. Better get your apron and your fan. Have your AC pumping. It's getting hot in that kitchen, boy. He said, both sides are accountable to land clean shots between defense and effective aggression to prove they're the true ring general. Talk to him, pugilism. We're going to read that again. He said, both sides are accountable to land clean shots between defense and effective aggression to prove they're the true ring general. Facts. Everybody want to give people shortcuts because they like certain fighters and stuff like that. Oh, ass. You probably want participation trophies too. Let's get it. Round 11, man. I mean, oh my goodness. That was a nice uppercut from Nunes. Masonori Rikiishi, he needs a stoppage. There's no way to put it. No other way to put it. He needs a stoppage. A miraculous stoppage. But hey, it can happen. This is boxing, right? We saw what happened with Lucas Body and Ashton Silva, right? Ashton Silva was winning virtually every second of that fight. And then Lucas Body caught a body. Hit him with a bomb. Bow. Out of nowhere. So, this is always boxing. That's why we love it. Anything can happen. But right now, the momentum is heavily, significantly, extremely in Nunes's favor. This man has a colossal size lead on the points. All it takes is one shot, though. Like gosh dang Eminem. You only get one shot. Do not miss a chance to blow. Well, I like that. You saw how he just threw a change of direction and threw a mean right uppercut Rikishi did. It didn't land, but that was nice. I see the idea. Shout out to Nunes for still trying to keep his forward momentum and aggression going and close out the fight strong. He's not coasting. He could definitely coast. He's not coasting, not taking anything for granted. He still wants to fight, still pursuing the knockout, still pursuing dominance. Gotta applaud that. Coming forward and throwing punches. Rikishi is really just utilizing all of his energy in order to survive. And I'm not saying that he's not trying to win either, but you know, right now I think it's out of necessity that he might not even have the energy to throw punches like that. Mess around, throw punches, you get caught, he might not get back up until tomorrow. Eduardo Nunes has one loss, right? He has like a loss early in his career. I don't remember who it was too. If I'm not mistaken. I think so. He's been on one hell of a win streak. One hell of a bounce back. 10 seconds left in the 11th round. The 12th and final round's upcoming, man. This is for the vacant IBF title in the 130-pound division, super featherweight division, man. Or junior lightweight, however you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back, though. This is for the vacant IBF title that Anthony Kakasi gave up in his pursuit of more lucrative fights, so he says. The winner of this fight is a title holder, chat. A world title holder. The winner of this fight joins Lamont Roach, Emmanuel Navarrete, Oshiki Foster. Let's see who's going to be one of the 4 kings of the 130-pound division. Will it be Masonori Rikiishi or Eduardo Sugar Nunez? It's looking like it's going to be Nunez. 130-pound IBF vacant title bout in Japan on a Wednesday. Nunez is coming out with just as much fire, just as much fervor as he has been since the first round. He's applying that pressure relentlessly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I ain't gonna lie, man. If I was Nunez's team, I'd say just coast. But then again, you gotta let your fighter be a fighter too. And we love the fact that he's not coasting. Shout out to Sugar Nunez. He has a job done. He's still trying to get the job done more convincingly. He said he want Rikishi to taste the canvas, man. He said he want him to touch the canvas, man. Let them back pockets meet that canvas, man. Oh! That was a nice shot from Rikishi. You see, he caught Nunez being aggressive, and that's why I said be careful, because you don't want to end up. You don't want to lose this fight from a Herculean last ditch effort from Rikishi. Knock you on your back. Oh my goodness. Hey, Rikishi's landing some good shots right now. But Nunez literally and figuratively has a nice beard on him, so he's weathering the storm while dropping his own thunder. Dropping his own thunderous shots off himself, so this is a tough fight, man. But check this out, chat. This is a tough fight. Who would you rather be? Masonori Rikiishi or Eduardo Nunez? I think I'd rather be Eduardo Nunez in this one. "12 rounds of punches in bunches." Oh my goodness. Playing possum as his last out? Yeah, you better not play possum too good. He might end up on his back. "25 seconds left in this 12th and final round. The work rate of Nunez was just too much. The pursuit and pressure of Nunez was just too much. The will of Nunez was just too much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, Rikishi, don't open up no more, bro. Don't open up no more, bro. Let it go, bro. Whoo! Hey, shout out to Rikishi, man. Hey, I will always watch Masonori Rikiishi, man. He definitely put on a good effort. He even tried to open up at the end. That's a soldier right there. He did not mail it in. He was still throwing punches, and he got caught like twice though. You got to be more careful. Got to be more careful, boy. Hey man, that heart to get you messed up. Yes, sir. Looks like Eduardo Sugar Nunez, the Mexican contender, has become another Mexican champion in the 130-pound division. So we have what? 2 Americans and 2 Mexicans, man. Shout out to the American fighters. Shout out to the Mexican fighters. Shout out to the Japanese fighters as well. know what I'm saying? That was a good effort from Rikishi. Mexico stand up, though. Mexico stand up. That uppercut right there was nasty. Oh, boy. Rikishi was timing them and landing some good, precise shots, but it just wasn't enough, man. Nunes was too much, man. Look at that. He opened up at the end and got caught. He paid for it. Yeah, I got that. I got Nunes smoking Rikishi, but that was a good fight though. I am hungry. Karma said I'm always eating. Feed me, feed me, feed me. I got it 11 rounds to 1. I only gave Rikishi the third round. Yeah, Rikishi gives a lot of people trouble at 130. I agree. Nunes is a monster. So I got him winning 11 rounds to 1, 119, 109. One thing I will say, look at their physiques, man. Shout out to MASONORI Rikiishi. I know they're smaller guys, and Eduardo Nunez. Look at their shapes, bro. Nothing but abs, man. You love to see fighters in great shape, man. You look like a fighter, man. They look like fighters, man. Shout out to MASONORI Rikiishi. Shout out to Eduardo Nunez. Don't forget to smack that like button, y'all. Shout out to all the members. Consider becoming a member as well if you haven't done so for $3 a month. You know what I'm talking about? Eduardo Nunez, man. Viva los Mexico. Shout out to Eduardo Sugar Nunez, man. Well deserved, man. That was a great fight. Shout out to Rikishi as well, man. He put on a great fight, great performance. I know he's disappointed. You don't want to lose. You don't want to come up short, but he definitely fought, man. I didn't hear the scorecards. I did not hear the scorecards, but shout out to MASONORI Rikiishi, man. He definitely fought his heart out. And shout out to Steven Navarro as well. I keep calling this man Steven Navarro. Shout out to Eduardo Nunez. I definitely watch MASONORI Rikiishi fight all the time. Great fight, man. Great fight. New IBF champion, chat. So now we have 4 champions in the super featherweight division again at 130. We got WBA champion Lamont Roach, WBO champion Emmanuel Navarrete, WBC champion Oshiki Foster, and newly crowned IBF champion Eduardo Nunez, man. That's a good lineup, man. That's a good lineup, man. Is that his trainer? Gosh, dang, his trainer Diesel. Hey yo, is that Nunez's trainer? Boy, his trainer might kick your ass. Guys, dang. Trainer jacked, ain't it? Let's see if they show us this Yoshiki Takei fight. Body shots. I don't know why. I was watching an interview with Bam Rodriguez today, man. Shout out to Bam Rodriguez, man. I don't know, people think I don't like him. I like Bam Rodriguez. I just don't think he should be number 4 or 5 in the top 10 pound for pound, but he's definitely on his way. And if he beats Fumilela Cafu, then I think he'll definitely be more so on his way and become a unified champion at 115. But man, I watched his interview, and I like the young man, bro. I like the young man. I always liked him, but I like him even more now. He said that he picks Terrence Crawford to beat Canelo, man. And he also said that he'll fight Naoya Inoue probably in a year or two. Or he said probably about 2 years. Hey, man, Peter Garcia. Peter Garcia actually also picked Crawford to beat Canelo. Like I said, I disagree with them, but, their breakdowns are good, especially, Mikey Garcia, especially Robert Garcia and Peter Garcia. They always have good breakdowns. Whether you agree with them or not, they have great breakdowns, man. And if you listen to them break down the fight and talk about it, I like it. And giving Fumilela Cafu a lot of credit, giving the respect he deserves. Like I said, I got Bam Rodriguez winning, but hey, it's not gonna be an easy task. I think he could make it look easy though. I ain't gonna lie. But Fumilela Cafu just upset. What did he upset again? Kosei Tanaka, right? To win the title, the WBO title. All right, let's get it. Yoshiki Takei is next. And the new. He said, let's freaking go. Shout out to Eduardo Nunez, man. Well deserved, man. Well deserved. Well executed game plan. You could tell they implemented this game plan throughout the duration of their training camp. And the man came out here and performed, man. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of, I don't know if y'all ever play sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you have. So, not even just, it don't have to be sports, though. It doesn't have to be sports. It's studying. It could be academics. It could be anything, your job. It's like when you have, shout out to, it's like when you doing something, man, the performance is the easy part, right? So the test is the easy part. You're supposed to go through the gauntlet while you're practicing. You know what I'm saying? Training camp, sparring, that's going to be the hard part. The fight should be easier relative to all the work that you put in and the grueling grind that you put in during the training, right? Even when you're studying, right? I always studied harder problems. I studied problems that are going to be harder than the ones that were going to be on the test, or at least I thought were going to be on the test. You know, I tried to make sure that I did the easy ones too, but I made sure just in case any curveball came, I actually made the problems harder to see if I could still solve it. You know, engineering is a little different because it's not like stuff that has like a definitive answer all the time. You know, sometimes they ask open-ended questions, but you still have to go through the mathematical process and show your derivations and all that stuff. So, you know, that's the time to perform it. Eduardo Nunez, to me, he made it clear that he was ready, man. Level up. He had to level up. Shout out to the Montiel family. Los Mochi, stand up. Montiel, like, what's his name again? Like, Fernando Montiel or something like that? I think so. Let me see Eduardo Nunez's thing. I want to, because Eduardo Nunez has one L like early, right? Let me look it up. I think he has one L. Yeah, he has one L early. It came to Hiram Gallardo. Yeah, that was early in his career. It was like his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. His 11th fight he lost. It was a 6th rounder. He lost by unanimous decision. He's been on a mean streak ever since. Hey, Yoshiki Takei is a beast, bro. Yoshiki Takei is one of the few fighters to not only fight in 2 different combat sports, but be successful at the highest level. He was on the pound for pound list, and he was in the pound for pound list in Muay Thai, and then now he's a champion in boxing. Shout out to Yoshiki Takei, bro. I definitely see holes in his game though, you know, of course, but but he's still the beast. He's still able to, you know what I'm saying, to be successful, be a champion. You got to respect it. He said, yeah, Fernando Montiel. Yeah, I know Fernando Montiel. Well, he was in the crowd or something. I didn't see him. Or you just said that randomly. Or does Sugar Nunez fight out of his camp or something? Or are they related or something? You can tell Nunez condition peak, bro. Look at this physique. You love to see it, bro. I love to see it, man. I know physique isn't everything, you know. But to me, when you were in good shape, especially as an athlete, that means that you put in the work. You know what I'm saying? If nothing else, doesn't mean you're gonna win, but it means that you put in the work. I love that, bro. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the out of shape boxer. You know, one of my favorite boxers is Tyson, the obesity king Fury. I mean, he's out of shape, you know, but I'm not saying that's gonna make me not like you, you know, but at the same time though, you question if Tyson Fury, you question how seriously he's taking it. And part of that is because of how he looks when he comes in. He looks a little, you know, looks a little soggy in the body. Soggy body ass. You know what I'm saying? One thing, Anthony Joshua may lose. Even Deontay Wilder might lose. Who else? Vladimir Klitschko, they may lose, but you'll never question the shape that they're in, ever. You don't ever question if they're dedicated, ever, because they look at peak form. Lennox Lewis, you don't question if they, you know what I'm saying? So Eduardo Sugar Nunez and MASONORI Rikiishi, man, they definitely looked the part. They're in shape. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. They ain't coming there with the gosh dang soggy Andy Ruiz, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, Tyson Fury body. He come in with a saggy body, man. The Dillian White body. Coming in flabby and stuff, man. He ain't got no reason to be flabby, man. Get in shape, man. Hit the block, man. He ain't got to be freaking super defined, but he's just be in shape, man. His folks are Nunez's trainer. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That one buff swole trainer, was that is he from the Montiel family? Yeah, one of Nunez's trainers was diesel as hell. Look like he about to fight next. Yuda Pang Dang Di. Yuda Pang Dang Di. Tang Di, excuse me. Crocodile Dundee. Yuda Pang Tang Di. Yoshiki's one of the great ones in Muay Thai. Facts. I have a meeting at 11:30. Is it 11:30 or 11? Hold on. Hold on. Beautiful morning. You shine my morning, babe. In the morning. 11:30. 11:30. The oldest one is an uncle. Oh, the oldest is senior, and this other one is uncle. Shout out to them. Beautiful morning. Summer morning, babe. In the morning. Dang. You doing all right? Tong Di. Yuda Pang. Yuda Pang Tong Di. Oh, excuse me. Is that right? Since beautiful morning. Sunshine my morning, baby. Good morning. Excuse me. All right. Let's get it, man. 118-pound division, man. Yoshiki Takei, bantamweight champion, man. One of 4 undefeated bantamweight champions. That is crazy. A division has 4 different champions, and all of them are gosh dang undefeated, bro. We need some unifications, but guess what? Coincidentally, we will be getting some unifications when my guy Junto Nakatani, who I consider the best at 118, will be fighting the IBF champion Yoshiki Takei. So let's get it. You know what I'm talking about? But we need more of them. We need more, baby. We got 4 undefeated champions, man. Actually, no, because Seiya Susumi is a champion in recess, right? So I just dropped a video on that last week about Seiya Susumi stepping down. And if I'm not mistaken, Antonio Vargas, who's been elevated to the WBA champion, I think he has 1 loss. So I think he has 1 loss. So he might have messed up the undefeated streak of the champions at 118. Anyway, it don't matter. The point is that Junto Nakatani, WBC champion at bantamweight 118. We got the IBF champion Ryosuke Nishida. We got the WBA champion Seiya Susumi. Champion of recess, recently elevated Antonio Vargas. And now we have the WBO champion right here, Yoshiki Takei. Let's see how it goes, man. Junto Nakatani gonna be unified though. You know, I'm talking about a couple weeks. Ain't that right, Oscar? Can someone explain to me why Japan got the worst ring girls? They either look like nurses or psychopaths. It's crazy. They be looking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. They do be looking scary though. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Some of them joints be looking scary. Like they'll stab you in your sleep. But no, I cannot explain to you why, sir. I cannot explain to you why, sir. Give me a second, chat. You mean Nishida on June 8th where he will unify? Stop it. Stop it. You know better than that. Stop playing. Yo, Monticello, what's good? How do you find this year in boxing to be compared to last year? Last year's plural or just last year singular? Last year. This year's been, I mean, it's only May, right? So I think it's been good. No complaints from me. Years prior, if you're talking about before last year, like 2023 and 2022, as I remember it, I think this year is better so far. But last year was a good year, though. Last year, 2024, was good. So I think that I think it's, for me, I'm undecided. I'm undecided right now for this year. Oh, but last year? I mean, sorry, I'm undecided if it's better than how to compare it to last year is to be determined, in my opinion. So, but the other years before 2024, 2025 is better so far, in my opinion. What do you think, Monticello? Compared to last year, though, I don't think I can make that. I can't make that assessment yet, because last year was good too. Remember last year we got Beterbiev and Bivol. We got Beterbiev and Bivol this year too, but we got Beterbiev and Bivol for the first time last year. We got wasn't Fury and Usyk last year as well. Bud and Madrimov was last year as well. That event was crazy. Trying to think what else was last year. Shoot. Now this is gonna sound crazy because Ryan Garcia cheated, but like I said, I was excited for that fight because I thought that was one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. The way it went down, that was last year too. You know, it's just unfortunately we had a little cheating bitch and Ryan Garcia, so he tainted the sport. But yeah, I won money on that fight because I put money on Ryan Garcia. You know, so I thought that he would win, and he did. But I don't respect anybody that cheats.
We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all.
But that moment in boxing was big, right? For me. What else? Yeah, there was a lot of good fights last year. Tank versus Frank Martin was a good fight. I know people complained about it, but I thought Frank Martin was a good competitor until he got knocked out. So yeah, I would say. But then this year we already got, like I said, we got Dmitry Bivol and Beterbiev again. We got what's the name was this year as well, right? Benavidez and Morrell was this year. Wasn't last year Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois as well? Yeah, now last year was fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Last year was fire, bro. That's not even fair to compare it yet. That's not even fair. Last year was crazy. Yeah, last year was fire. Oh boy. Oh boy. He dropped him already? He dropped him already? Nah. Come on, not like this. Not like this. Not like this. Fight back. Oh, Lord. Oh, get him out of there. Oh, no. Oh, no. Stop it. Nah, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. No, bro. Stop it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nah, they got to stop this, bro. Don't, come on, man. 3 knockdown rule. No 3 knockdown rule. Okay, that's cool. You got to protect yourself, bro. You got to clinch or something. No, don't punch. Clinch. Oh, no. Grab him. Step on his foot. Something. Oh, no. Heavyweight. Yeah, heavyweight was good. I think last year was what? Jake Caballel and what's the name too, right? And Frank Sanchez. That was a good one. Takai taking his time. These guys don't know how to, bro. Nobody clinches anymore, bro. That's a lost art. Oh my goodness, you gonna stop it? Yep, that is. You get, yeah, bro. That's why you gotta clinch, bro. I don't understand, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That just kind of get on my nerves, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like excessive clinching. I'm not advocating for excessive clinching, but you gotta know when to clinch, bro. You can't just sit there and just take the punch. That's why the fight got stopped. You could have sat there and took the punches if you was holding on to the bitch. You see what I'm saying? You want to just, gosh dang, sit there and take punches like a bobblehead. Of course you're gonna get stopped. I don't be understanding it, bro. I don't understand it, bro. All you got to do is grab him, bro. Just grab him one time and just hold on. Hodl. What is it? What it is for those of my for those people in the Boxing Talk family that invest? Hodl, HODL. You got to hold on for dear life, bro. You got to hodl that thing. You got to hodl that thing. You got to hodl that thing. You feel me? That's crazy, bro. He said, Pac-Man did not seem impressed with the current champs, etc. Yeah, last year was good. He said, I got Pacquiao plus 480. Hey, SP, I'm not mad at that. I think Pacquiao's going to lose, though. I think Barrios is a young champ, man. I know a lot of people think that Barrios is overrated or is not that good. I think Barrios doesn't beat Boots. I don't think Barrios beats Brian Norman. I think Karen might beat might beat Barrios as well, but there's no shame in that. Barrios is a good fighter, so I think Pacquiao is a legendary fighter, one of my favorite fighters ever, but at 46 years old, I don't think he's gonna have anything for Pacquiao. Is the court open? Nah, man. I gotta. I'm actually reviewing some of my notes, bro. I got some notes I gotta review for my meeting, so I gotta get out of here. I had a meeting at 11:30. But I mean, I could pull you up for like 5 minutes, but I'm serious. I can't stay on that long. Shout out to Yoshiki Takei, man. Let me open up the Discord for my boy. Then I'm gonna prepare for my meeting. Yo, Yoshiki Takei, bro. Made quick. Hey, but I ain't gonna lie, though. Yoshiki Takei, he needed that, right? He needed that as a confidence booster, right? Because look at Naoya Inoue and Takuma Inoue in the crowd. You saw the former WBA champion Takuma Inoue, who lost to Seiya Susumi's in the crowd. We see the current top 3 pound-for-pound fighter in Naoya Inoue in the crowd. But wait, is that Seiya Susumi right there? I don't know if that was that Seiya Susumi they just showed, who's injured, who's recently just vacated the title because he has a eye injury. Well, not vacate, he's a champion in recess. But shout out to anyway, shout out to Yoshiki Takei. He needed that, right? Because he just had a what a call. He just had a fight with Daigo Higa in his last fight, and he looked a little shaky, baby. So this one he made quick work of gosh dang his opponent. So he needed that. That was Seiya Susumi. Man, hope he comes back soon, man. Shout out to my guy Oscar, man. Yo, what's good, brethren?
Yo,
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you joining, bro. We up early with it.
I will keep it like this fight, short and sweet.
Oh, no, it gotta be too short. But I just can't be off for like 30 more minutes, you know. But we be rapping, bro. I enjoy talking.
Spider's not clinching, bro. Come on,
bro. Why they don't? It's like they don't even know how to do it, bro. Like they don't even think about it. They don't even think about
it. They don't even teach that. Like Risiki, that would have helped him so much rather than be running around. And bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I thought Takei was like I thought Takei wasn't that good compared to the other champions.
Agreed.
Until this performance, I ain't gonna lie. Because
Hey.
this guy, I ain't gonna lie, this guy came in and it's like, oh, this is gonna be his toughest match today because he's actually pretty good.
Yeah, and
like
undefeated too, right?
I think he's undefeated, but you know, he's actually pretty good. Like he's fought some people on his region that those people have give other people tough fights.
True.
And I was like, oh damn, this is gonna be a good fight, and bro. I just pulled up. Yeah, not even 10 seconds. He already down. I was like, not like this. Bro. Come on.
I was gonna say, God. Bro, okay. No disrespect. You know, I want to be clear. Let me see how I can say this. Shout out to his opponent, right? Undefeated. But like you said, he fought some tough guys in his region that have fought other fighters that have been gave him tough fights. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I still think I am impressed with the win. But I still think he's and I'm trying to think how I can say it. Not the weakest, like he's not weak, but relative to the other champions, I think Nishida beats him. I think Junto beats him. Now the Antonio Vargas, I have to do my research, but I think Seiya Susumi would beat him too. So so he hasn't really changed for me.
I got Seiya.
But
I got Seiya over him.
Nah, go ahead.
I said I got Seiya over him. The only difference is that
I got Seiya.
Between I think Seiya, I think Junto and Nishida are a level above the other champions.
Me too.
I think Junto is above Nishida. I think Nishida's gonna beat him.
Hey.
But I think Seiya's above Takei. But the only difference is that Takei can punch. I mean,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, he can punch. That's one thing. Hey, if you don't know nothing else, if you ain't take nothing else from today, you know that boy can punch. Sheesh.
Oh, I think he called him out.
Who did he call?
Seiya?
Yeah, but remember, Seiya's injured right now. You can't call him out. That's why I say as a champion in recess because he did call him out.
Mm-hmm. I think he's gonna wait for him.
Hey, hopefully, hey, that's a good fight if he waits.
And then Junto can just undisputed that hole.
Hey.
But I ain't gonna lie, if Junto gets past Nishida, Seiya ain't got no business going in there.
He ain't got no business. Hey, bro, Seiya got an unlimited, infinite engine. But that ain't enough. He ain't got no defense, boy. He gonna taste that left hand, and it's gonna be night city.
And that's what I say. If Junto cleans up, like you say, Nishida, I think Nishida is a better version of Tatsumi. I think he's got more of a gas tank. He's got more of a chin. And he throws more punches and more accurate punches rather than just throw them in bunches.
Yep.
But if, like I said, if Junto cleans out Nishida, bro, Say ain't got no business going in that ring with him.
He ain't got no business.
Bro, look at that punch. It's just damn.
Flatten him. Box side.
I thought he was gonna stop it the second time. Or the third time actually.
Right on that chinny chin chin. Bumba. Left hand too. Handle your business. I appreciate it, Al Booger. Oh my goodness. And that was, oh yeah, that was Say Super. Shout out to you. So I'm hoping I hoping his injury, because they said he might be out for like a year. So I'm hoping his injury, hopefully hopefully he heals faster than what they anticipate, you know.
Yeah.
But hopefully he just heals, you know, because he definitely been injuring that eye. So if he heals, I'd love to see that fight, man. So you have Seiya Susumi over Takei, right?
I got Say over to K.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like gas saying it's a big difference.
I'm telling
Now,
you,
Takei is a pretty accurate puncher.
he is.
Now, that's nothing to say because he does come from Muay Thai, which they probably got the best strike, even better than boxing.
Facts. Muay Thai ain't
So
no
it's
joke.
like, so that's an advantage for him because, like you can see this fight or his fight against Daigo towards the end.
Yep.
It's like every punch he threw, it was crisp, it was
Mm.
down the line,
Yep.
and it always landed so clean.
Yep.
Now, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
How is it that Nunes, a Mexican with no amateur background, looked like Little Beterbiev cutting off the ring and putting that pressure on that guy,
Come on now.
and a unified, two-time unified champion, former Olympian? They say he a silver medalist?
I don't know. Let me look it up. I don't know what medal he received. Let me look it up right now.
But I think he's a medalist. I'm not sure.
I think he's a medalist too. I'm not sure if he's silver.
With a guy like Robert Garcia on his corner,
Right.
not being able to cut off the ring, bro.
Come on now.
That's trash. Trash.
Come on now.
But now they want to enforce that no running rule. Bro, we just seeing Rasicki right now. Like, how is it that you're going to change the whole spectrum of the game for two fighters? That is not that they're running, it's just their opponents can cut off the ring.
Right. Nah, he's not a medalist. He won, of course, he won Golden Gloves and national championship in that, and Golden Gloves, and he qualified for the trial, but now he didn't medal. But still, you know, former Olympian, you still got to qualify to be an Olympian. So,
yeah.
Shout out to Jose Carlos Ramirez, man. Yeah, Shiki took K, bro. Don't get cut. Yeah, man. Hey, let me slide, bro. Let me appreciate that, Booker. Yeah. See, I love talking boxing too much, man. But yeah, I agree with you what Oscar said, man. I think, you know, it's like these fighters don't cut off rings, but then other fighters do it. So, you know, we just got to celebrate the fighters that are able to cut off the ring. You know, it's not that's
and on people's eyes, it's less skilled fighters.
Right, exactly. You would say that. Yeah, you would say Nunes is less skilled than, let's say, Jose Carlos Ramirez or Cinnamon. Even though I feel like Cinnamon was a lack of effort, still, you know, we need to see more. We need to see more cutting off the ring and celebrate that more, you know, as opposed to just shitting on the guys that are running, you know, because Masonori,
it's just two guys, though. It's
just two guys, right? We would say that Masonori was running if this is just because this is not a big fight as far as profile goes, popularity goes, but yeah, they would say Masonori Rikiishi was running tonight. No, he was boxing tonight. And
you know what's the difference between us, like the whole channel, and other people?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, we are aware that happens.
Right.
It's a strategy. You can't have all the goods without no bads.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just not my cup of tea for what I like. Like I told you before, I think Shakur's a great fighter.
Right.
But I also have to appreciate his craft.
Exactly.
Now, the difference is that we watch boxing throughout the divisions. We just watch a 4 a.m. card. Exactly. How many people you think are watching these? Because these are good fights. They were good fights.
They're gonna say they are, but then they're not watching it. They're gonna claim they watch it.
Yeah,
but they ain't watching it.
So it's like, so that's why we don't complain, because we see boxing throughout. Okay, we're like, okay, there's a Devin, but for every Devin, there's a Nunes.
Exactly.
May not be a high profile.
Exactly.
But he gives you the fight you want.
Right.
Pitbull and Joe Ferro. That's what people want to see now, I guess. I don't want to see that shit all the time.
Not all the time.
Shit. Oh my God, that's brutal. I don't even want to see the real.
Right. Nah, Oscar, GGG showed us runners can be stopped. Shout out to Ryan, man. But all right, Oscar, I appreciate you, bro. I should be on for the late show, good Lord willing.
All right, man. Go do your study and good luck in this meeting.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. God bless, bro. Shout out to my guy Oscar, man. Big Boss Oscar. Shout out to Al Booker. Keep me honest. Shout out to my guy Ryan Frazier, man. You know what I'm saying? Renewing his membership at the Boxing Talk graduate level, man. Shout out to my guy. He said he's staying for 30 more days. He's committing to the channel with a renewed membership. He said he's not going nowhere.
I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on.
Shout out to my guy Ryan Frazier, man, for the membership renewal. Appreciate you, bro. And everybody that renews their membership while I'm not live, thank you also too. It does not go unnoticed. I appreciate it. So don't think it goes unnoticed because I'm offline. I definitely see it, and I thank you for it. Clarence Banks says facts. Yeah, big facts. He said, "How was this card? This card was good." He said, "How is this card still on?" Oh yeah, I know, right? Yeah. They actually fought. I think what they showed like three fights, if I'm not mistaken. They were good too, Ryan. Yeah, they were good, bro. I don't know how it was on so long, but it didn't. You know, usually it starts at like 4, and Japan it started at 5 this time, so that's why it started. It didn't start till like 5:15. This time. Shout out to my guy Book. He said Junto said he want Espinosa. Yeah, man, I almost dropped a video on it, but then Ryan Garcia broke his hand, so I had to talk about that. You know, I had to talk about that trash. Yeah, man, Junto Nakatani. I talked about that in the morning show yesterday morning. That Junto Nakatani, well, more so his trainer Rudy Hernandez. He said that if after they beat Ryosuke Nishida, they could go up to 126 and fight Rafael Espinosa. And then wait for Naoya Inoue at 126. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just talking though, because and he better focus on Ryosuke Nishida. Ryosuke Nishida, he fights him next month, so he better be focused on that unification. You know, the IBF champion Ryosuke Nishida. But he was saying that, like, yeah, man, I want Inoue. We could fight. Remember, they just said last week that they'll fight Bam and beat him in 6 to 8 rounds. Now you're talking about fighting a guy, Rafael Espinosa, at 126 in featherweight. You're still at 118, man. Relax. But yeah, I like that. I like the energy. But it doesn't really make sense too, because I mean, Junto Nakatani is not even in the WBO, right? He's a WBC champ. Rafael Espinosa is a WBO champ. So I would be more convinced if he was saying that about Stephen Fulton, who's also in the WBC, but he's talking about Rafael Espinosa. Not saying it can't happen, and I would love for it to happen, but I think he's just talking. But he better focus on Ryosuke Nishida. But anyway, man, I'm about to go ahead and slide, man. Appreciate y'all rocking as always. Shout out to Ryan Frazier, Boxing Talk up north. Y'all check out my boy, man, Big North in the building. He's up and coming content creator like myself, man. He's doing his thing. Y'all go check him out for good boxing talk, you know. And yeah, man, I'll be back on here tomorrow. I mean, later on tonight, good Lord willing. It's been storming like crazy, so as long as the weather permits, but it should. And if I'm not tired too, boy, but yeah, I got to prepare for this gosh dang presentation I have to give at this meeting. So yeah, man, y'all be easy. Appreciate y'all rocking. Shout out to all the members, man. I appreciate y'all keeping the lights on, and I appreciate everybody that's here, but especially the members, man. You know what I'm saying? They're a big part of the Boxing Talk family. Everybody's a big part in any way that you contribute in any capacity, but you know, I gotta show more love to the members because they show more love to your boy, man. So shout out to Al Booger, shout out to Oscar, shout out to Ryan, shout out to Puro. I think those are the members that came through today, man. So shout out to everybody and shout out to everybody that came through as well, but shout out to those especially, man. So yeah, don't forget to smack that like button. Most importantly, remember, with God we can do anything. Without God we are nothing. I'll catch you on the flip side. Check out the videos I just dropped yesterday. We dropped 2 of them things, and be prepared for the late show, you know what I'm saying, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, good Lord willing. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.